My name is Helen Andrews. My research blends behavioral economics, public policy, and education. I'm interested in financial literacy in young adults, and I have taught personal finance to over 1,000 students. So, what is financial literacy? It means having the skills and the knowledge to make short term financial decisions, like a budget for next month, and long term financial decisions, like investing or saving for retirement. To measure financial literacy, researchers across the US and around the world have been asking these three questions. They cover compound interest, inflation, and the concept of diversification. Can you answer them? Don't worry if you missed some. Collectively, Americans score a C minus on these questions. So, what should we do about these low levels of financial literacy? Well, the easy answer is to teach it. A nationwide push to increase financial education has resulted in 45 states that have personal finance standards, including Washington, and 6 that require a class for graduation. But how do we know if it's working? For several years, researchers have actually found little evidence that students' financial knowledge was improved by taking a personal finance class. Why? Well, they're not sure. Another significant problem is teacher confidence. While a majority of teachers feel strongly that personal finance should be taught, sadly, very few teachers feel qualified to teach it. This quarter, I'm working on a very big question, developing a theory that maybe the problem with personal finance education is not what we're teaching students, but how we're teaching it. Together with 8 UW students, we have discovered one irony of financial education that must not be overlooked. Of the inequity we see in our schools today, how much can be attributed to historic exclusion from the very same financial systems that we're trying to teach about? This is a map from 1936. It's a map of Seattle, color-coded to show the best neighborhoods in green, still desirable in blue, declining neighborhoods in yellow, and hazardous in red. Many people think this map was prepared by banks to determine who they would lend to, a practice called redlining. While the map was likely used for that purpose, we find the map was prepared by the State Appraiser's Office and the Federal Housing Administration. This is systemic exclusion. So, why not teach personal finance with an equity lens that acknowledges this history? I have done this with my students, and it's amazing what they have produced. So when we study banking, my students find banks that reinvest in their communities, programs for first-time borrowers, and how asset building can benefit a family for generation after generation. When we study housing, students explore gentrification and its effect on housing and rental prices, as well as the impact on longtime residents. Students also discover that current credit scoring models eliminate a significant segment of our diverse population by making them credit invisible. The historic impact of these housing practices has resulted in a median family net worth of white families that is 10 times that of Black families. For insurance, my students discovered court cases finding racial discrimination against 90 companies that involved millions of policyholders. Also, that income-related health disparities are growing over time due to poor access to health care. When we study income, students discuss the disproportionate impact of the pandemic on women who have had to leave the workforce. They've also explored universal basic income initiatives happening all around the world. So we press forward with curriculum and pedagogy that is powerful to the group, yet sensitive to the individual, supporting teachers, acknowledging history, and teaching these topics in context. Thank you.